Hey guys, my name's Sam and welcome to Prep Medic. In this week's video, we are doing a full review and walkthrough of the Walker medical pouches by Vertx. All right, so I feel a little bit like a broken record when I review a Vertx product. I really want to make sure you guys understand my relationship with the company. I have been using their products for years, starting with their Gamut backpack way before I had a YouTube channel. And then now that I do have a YouTube channel, I have that online presence. They have given me an affiliate link, which will get you 20 to 25% off. I'll leave it up here. And then some of that does go to support the channel. So I want to make sure I am being completely transparent with you. I'm really excited for these pouches because up until now, Vertx has been strong in the everyday carry world. I really like their backpacks, their concealed carry clothing, that kind of stuff, but they have not branched out into the medical portion of that, which is really where I specialize. So they reached out to me and asked if I wanted to review these, and of course I did. So they came out with two different medical pouches. Now these are both the Walker medical pouch. We've got the small and the medium, and then there's the chance of a couple other sizes and configurations being added. Right now this is all that's on their website. Now, both of these kits do not come stocked. They don't sell medical supplies at all on their website, at least as of making this video, so you can't get these filled. But what's nice about that is that you can kind of choose what goes in here based on what you require. I have filled both of these bags with just some basic supplies that I would carry in an IFAK, so pressure dressing, packing gauze, chest seal, NPA is pretty much what I've put all of in both of these. And then I do have a tourniquet strapped to the outside of this to illustrate a point. The outside of both of these IFAKs, they fold up pretty nicely. They say that this will fit in cargo pants. I think it will. It'll be just a little bit bulky if you fill it as full as I have it here, but you don't necessarily have to. The mesh material on both sides, this is a abrasion resistant mesh. It's very similar to what they're using in their backpacks and their mesh pockets, and then in their utility pouches that they sell as well. So I do have some experience with that, and I know that it's very sturdy. I've never had one of those rip out or cause me any issues. You have pull handles, so both of these are basically identical in their functionality. And then we've got a hook and loop strap that kind of just helps hold it all together. You'll notice that there's bungees. So the bungees on the outside of this pack serve basically two purposes. On the outside, I can lash things like a tourniquet, like I have with this one, but they also help color code which side of the IFAK is which. Now, I'll be honest, I don't use color codes in anything I do when I pack medical kit. I generally either label it or remember where it is. If color coding is something that's important to you, they do sell these with another bungee cord that can be replaced with one of these. So, red for bleeding, blue for airway, green for whatever else you can think of. I think they've got a list on their website. But color code it and organize it some way that makes sense to you so that when you do open this in a high stress environment, you get it and you know where everything is. To open this, we can just take these and pull it, and everything doesn't just drop open. So obviously we have the bungee cord retainers on the inside, and then some pockets that are made of this same mesh. You don't necessarily have to use the pockets, but they do kind of help contain the contents of each side, as you can see. So one thing with the bungee cords, they don't have a clip on them. These are just tied in a knot, so if you want to resize them, you're gonna have to untie them, retie them, then you can cut these off and burn the ends to melt them down if you do want to change the sizes on them. So in this one, like I said, this is just super generic supplies. I put in some Quick Clot for packing. I've got an H&H mini compression dressing on that side. And you'll notice that this has a lot of room for multiple things. I could have filled this a little bit more full. I did notice when I added more supplies than this, it got just a little bit bulky. It would still fold up, it would still work just fine, but it didn't get quite as compact as it would otherwise. So with this one, as you can see now that I've taken out half of it, this would fit in a cargo pocket no problem, and not even print probably. And on this side, I just threw in some gloves, an NPA, and a chest seal. Pretty much all your standard IFAK items. So like I said, you've got these that kind of retain from either side, then these also stick to each other to make it easy to bring together. You have these pockets that are double stitched in here that will help kind of contain stuff within the pack. You don't have it falling out the second you deploy the kit, which is super important. Sometimes you have these kits that fold out, and when you open them, things go flying. Especially if you're under stress, you're gonna do that all the time. So looking at the mini IFAK, one thing I forgot to mention on the outside, you have this panel here that you can write on. This is the same as their utility pouches. You can write exactly what this is, IFAK or toolkit. This don't necessarily have to be a medical pouch. They're designed for that, but that's not really what you have to put on them. It's kind of whatever your use is. So on the outside, I have put a tourniquet. Now, I don't usually advocate for putting tourniquets inside pouches because this is something that can be grabbed really easily. They're relatively sturdy, so you don't really need the protection of a kit like this. So if I can store it on the outside, that's perfect. But I will tell you that there's not much room on the inside of these packs to carry a cat tourniquet. You'd probably fit a soft T wide in, no problem, but that's about it. Please, nobody mention rats tourniquets down in the comments. Don't even go there. So coming into this one, like same thing, we've got the retaining strap here. Now I do believe if you took this around back and you link them to each other like so, you could mount this in a pack, but really the way this is meant to be deployed and used is this is something that you throw in a glove compartment, that you throw in one of the pockets in your Vertx pack. It's really meant as an everyday option for medical kits for somebody that doesn't want something to look super tactical. So opens the same way, and then you'll see the layout is the same. We've got the two colors bungee cord, and it does come with the green one as well. And then you also have the pockets on the inside to kind of retain bigger items, depending what you want to carry in it. And then these wings will fold back and allow this to come together. Now this miniature one will probably fit in, I would imagine it would fit in one of their AR Tactigami magazine holders. This will also fit in a lot of mesh pockets. It is too big to go in the back pockets of your pants or anything like that, so don't get this thinking that this will be a pocket trauma kit outside of a large side cargo pocket. One thing you can buy with it is this sleeve. So if you do want to run this on your body, you can take this sleeve here, and it's a little bit hard when it's not attached to anything, and we can get this around the pack just like that. And what this will allow you to do is you can run this in your belt, and then you can pull from either side and deploy the kit. If you're wearing like a suit coat or something and it's easy for you to conceal something, you have a jacket over it or you have a baggy sweatshirt, this is more of like an everyday carry option for you. You can throw it on your belt and easily deploy from either side. It is a stretchy, almost neoprene material, and then back here, this is hard nylon. I wouldn't run this on my battle belt. I don't think that's even the use case for this. You definitely could, but I don't think getting dragged over the ground would do wonders for this fabric. It would probably hold up for a while, but with how rough I am on my gear, I'm not gonna run it like that. It is just one other carry option for you. As with any everyday carry item, these are meant to be small and compact. So make sure you're doing your research when you're looking at picking one of these up and getting the size that works for what supplies you want to carry with it. If you have like one of those big Olays dressings or something, I don't think that's going to fit in either of these kits very well. You really need flat folded items. And if you overpack it, it does make it a little bit more bulky. So just be aware of that and make sure you're getting something that fits what you want it to do. As you can see though, I have all the basics of an IFAK in both these and they fit just fine. So if you have any questions about these two products, please leave them in the comments down below. Like I said, I've got the code for 20 to 25% off, and I will see you next week.